Hi everyone. Alright, if you go to your worksheet the guided notes that we started today, and we go to number 10, we're going to work with, just for the examples, operations with complex numbers. And number 10, you have this complex number, 8 plus 6i minus 3 minus 5i. It's a subtraction. We're going to subtract this complex number by this complex number, or this complex number from this complex number. So first thing I might want to do is there's nothing outside these parentheses, so I'm just going to write 8 plus 6i, and then to remove these parentheses I have to distribute the minus sign and go minus 3, and a minus is plus 5i. So the next thing to do here is to combine the real parts, the 8 and the negative 3, the 8 minus 3. I might even just write that out, and then write plus 6i plus 5i. So I just kind of rearrange things, got the two real parts and the two imaginary parts together. 8 minus 3 is 5, 6i plus 5i is 11i. So that's 5 plus 11i. That's how that one is done. Alright, well let's get set for number 11. Whoop. Graceful, huh? Alright, number 11. Now this is a complex number plus another complex number, and it's done the same way. We are just basically combining like terms. We're combining the real terms with the imaginary terms. So I'm going to get rid of parentheses first. Negative 6 minus 5i plus 9 plus 11i. And I'm going to switch these two around and have negative 6 plus 9, put the real parts together, and then write the minus 5i, which I can treat as negative 5i plus 11i. And the real part, negative 6 plus 9 is 3. Negative 5i plus 11i is positive 6i. So negative 6 minus 5i plus 9 plus 11i is 3 plus 6i. Now, number 12, there's multiplying involved here. So number 12, I've got 4i, this imaginary number, times this complex number, 7 minus 2i, and I am going to distribute the 4i. And that's 4i times 7 is 28i, and 4i times negative 2i, that is negative 8i squared. Well, let's remember, we've got 28i, that I squared is equal to negative 1. That's something in these problems, that's something we've got to remember always. When we have an I squared in a problem, we're replacing it with negative 1. So that's 28i minus 8 times negative 1. Negative 8 and negative 1, that is positive 8. Now, as a convention, we write the real part first and the imaginary part second. And so 4i times 7 minus 2i is 8 plus 28i. And one more. You can skip 13. Let's go to number 14. Okay, 5 minus 3i times 4 plus I am going to FOIL. 5 times 4 is 20. First, outside, 5 times I is 5i. Inside, negative 3i times 4 is negative 12i. And then last, negative 3i times I is negative 3i squared. Well, there's a couple things happening here. 5 minus 12i. I'm going to go ahead and combine those two. 20 plus. Now 5i minus 12i is negative 7i. Let me erase this and write minus 7i when I combine these two to that. And then that's negative 3. I squared is negative 1. So I've got 20 minus 7i. Negative 3 times negative 1 is positive 3, which I'm going to combine with the 20. And my final answer is 23 minus 7i. Okay, guys, I will see you in class.